Hi guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Neil and today we're going to do two unboxings and we're also going to talk about the Peavey 6505 range of amps because I keep getting questions about guys that have bought Peavey 6505s and they're saying that when they turn them off there is a loud bang through the speaker and a pop that makes them jump out of their skin. There is a way to stop that and there is also a reason why it's doing that, but first we're going to unbox and unpackage these two packages here. So it's not really an unboxing video at all, it's an unpackaging video. Okay guys, so there's two packages down here on the floor and I don't have much of an idea what is in them because there are about 6 packages that are supposed to be coming out to me that are all pedals on their way to me over the next 4 to 6 weeks, and I don't know actually which pedals are in these packages. Now for me this is a really healthy time for some reason. I don't actually know why, but my views have gone up by 21 or 22k, something like that, over the last 4 weeks. So the more packages and gear that comes in for me to review and demo for you guys, the better, because that's what my content's all about. If no gear was coming, then I'd be screwed. Well, I wouldn't have anything to do because nobody wants to listen to me play the damn guitar without actually showing anything. So let's get into the first package. It's this one here. It's definitely a pedal because you can tell it is. Right, okay. So I wasn't expecting this one so soon. This is basically a pedal by Demon Effects and you guys bought this pedal for this demo. I'm going to explain that to you now. So you know my affiliate links that are down there in the description. There's one for Sonic Cake, one for Celestian IRs, one for Toman. Is that it? I think that's it. There's going to be another one soon for Andertons too. But when you guys click on those affiliate links and I say please click on them and use the links because it helps support the channel, what it does is help me buy gear like this that is requested by you guys for me to demo. So this little pedal here is by Demon Effects. I've already done 3 Demon Effects demos on this channel and I really like them. I like what they're doing, but it's a bit controversial because they're actually cloning pedals that are like £200 to £300, some of them, and I don't know where it sits with me. I can't afford the real deal personally. I've never liked spending 200 quid on a pedal that is just like an overdrive or a boost or something simple. So I don't know where it sits with me cloning overdrives and things. Maybe if they didn't look exactly like the real deal, I'd be more okay with it and I wouldn't worry about it, sort of thing. But on the other hand, you've got to think about like Bulgara. They basically make Peaveys, you know, clones of Peaveys, and nobody ever said anything about, hey, Bulgara shouldn't be making these amps that are exactly like Peaveys. Nobody says Harley Benton shouldn't be making guitars that look exactly like an ESP EC1000. So I guess, does it make any difference? What is the difference? Is there a difference between a Bulgara, you know, copying a Peavey, and is there a difference between Demon Effects having an overdrive that, say, copies, you know, a legendary famous overdrive that is about 200 quid, and then selling it for cheaper? So I don't know where it sits with me. Let me know in the comments what you think about this situation because it is quite controversial. It's been talked about before a lot on the channel. Anyhow, let's take a look at this pedal. You will all know exactly what this is as soon as I show you it, because it looks almost exactly like the real deal. Now, the real deal I've only used once, and it wasn't my thing. I think it's really sensitive to what amps you use it with, and because I use quite tight amps anyway, you know, like they don't need tightening any more than putting a TS9 in front or an 808. However, this pedal here is for that. This is for tightening up your high gain amp and going in front of it. As you can see, let's not beat around the bush, let's just get straight to it. This is, you know, a clone, if you like, a replica of a 1433. There's a button on the side here. I'm not sure what that does, but we'll soon find out. This is called the 66. I don't know if you can see the 66 on there, but it is actually on there. Obviously it's black on black, so it's hard to see. It looks exactly the same as that pedal, but obviously it doesn't feel like the real deal. I have used the real deal. It's heavy. It's in a much heavier, thicker, rugged enclosure. This is a cheap version. I have a Demon Effects Tube Screamer and 808 down here in one pedal. I'll just show you that because I've just been using it now and I've had that a long time and it's perfectly fine. It still works. I'm not gig with it or anything, so I don't gig anymore, but I've used it a lot and I really like it in a shootout. as far as I can remember when I did my last boost shootout, this won. This came first. You know, it was a blind test, and you guys preferred this, or the majority of you did. So, you know, the stuff they make, it sounds great. Just so you know, this retails at about £30. I think I got it here to the UK from AliExpress, and it was £40 in total with shipping. And I wasn't expecting it, obviously coming all the way from China, I wasn't expecting it so soon. This has taken less than 3 weeks, so that's not bad, that's pretty good. We will be seeing how this sounds, and then I will be putting it in like a Boost War demo, because I've got at least 6 more boosts on overdrives since my last Boost War, so I really need to do this again and relive this whole Boost Wars thing. So that's the first pedal. Like I say, let me know what you think about this cloning of pedals. I do know Mike Fortin. When I say I know him, I mean I've spoke to him quite a lot on the internet. I like him. He's a really nice guy, actually, to talk to. I don't think this is going to affect his sales, because the people that will be looking at Fortin gear and, you know, stuff that's made by hand and hand-wired stuff probably wouldn't touch this anyway, in my opinion. But I really like these cheap pedals, you know. I'm not a massive effect buff. I just use an overdrive in front of an amp. But yeah, let me know what you think about it. Is it okay, you know, to clone somebody else's pedal and even call it almost, what's that all about? Don't know, an email. Even call it the same and make it, I think that the problem is that it looks exactly the same. I think that's what the problem is. I think that's what gets people's back up. But then again, like I say, the Bulgaria 62 looks very similar to a 6505, and nobody moaned when that came out. So I just don't know where it sits with me. It doesn't feel right, but, you know, I don't know. Right, so this is my second package that I need to unbox. I don't know what this is. I'm waiting on 2 pedals from Blackstar Amplification. Cannot wait for those, honestly. Like, I really cannot wait for them. Oh, it's from my friends at Sonic Cake. So this pedal is an overdrive stroke distortion pedal called the Shark. And if you want to buy any Sonic Cake gear, please go down there in the description. There's a Sonic Cake link. And like I said earlier in the video, that helps me buy things for the channel, especially things that you guys request that I don't really want or need. I'm just demoing them and reviewing them because you guys want to see them. So this pedal here, I actually asked Sonic Cake for this pedal because it's supposed to be like a Marshall tone in a little pedal, in a little box. And obviously I've got the JVM behind me. So we will just do a normal demo first of this, but then we will put it against the Marshall and see if it does sound similar in tone. You know, we could put it through the return of the Marshall, you know, to make it even more fair. Obviously, if you've got a Marshall JVM, you're going to use a JVM anyway, you're not going to use a pedal. But for those guys who like to get like preamp pedals, you know, that have that same flavour of the real thing. And a lot of stuff does nowadays. It doesn't sound like the real thing in the room, obviously, but it does have the same feel and the same flavour, a lot of these new preamp pedals. It's got 3 modes on it, and my eyes are terrible, so I can't actually read them. Wow, I'm getting old. I need to read the card. The card will have bigger writing on. So when you buy a Sonic Cake pedal, you always get a card with it like this, and it tells you everything that it does, which is really handy because I can see the card a bit better. 3 modes: normal, distortion for all kinds of rock, modern, which is aggressive sound for modern shredders. I'm not really a shredder, but I'll have some, I hope it chugs, you know, I'll have some serious chugs on it. Classic is warm, smooth for old school heroes. Oh God, I feel like an old school hero because I can hardly read this damn thing, but I'm sure that I fit into the modern category, hopefully. So yeah, the Switch has 3 modes, and we will be cycling through all those, and we'll be using this into an IR pedal to see how that sounds. Then I will use it into the return of an amp. Then I will use it into a a power amp pedal, straight into a cab, and then we will do like a tone test where we can see if we can get it to sound like the JVM behind me, which is going to be really cool and exciting, and I love doing those types of videos. Right, we need to move on now to the Peavey 6505 range of amplifiers. People are saying I put my amp on standby all the time before I turn it off, and when I turn it off, it still does this giant pop and bang. Is that my new guitar? No, it's going. Could be. It's not. It's not a new guitar. It's fine. So basically, I'm going to show you guys exactly what you are talking about with the pop and the bang, and what I am talking about in this video, and what I'm going to tell you how to cure. So basically, if you turn your amp on, you fire up your Peavey, it's on standby. Obviously, you always turn it on when it's on standby, and you let it get nice and warm. You know, few seconds, few minutes, whatever. You know, probably by the time you've plugged all your pedals, leads, everything like that, and got the rest of your rig ready, your amp will be nice and warm, and you will use it, and you won't put too much strain on those really expensive tubes. So when you guys are turning your standby on like this, the standby is lit up green. That means you're ready to go, you're ready to gig, you're ready to rehearse, you're ready to do whatever. And then when you finish playing, you guys are turning off the standby, and then obviously turn off the power like you would do on quite a few other amplifiers. However, your amp is then popping and banging and making you jump out of your skin. It sounds quite scary, it's probably not very good for the amp. The reason for that is because you're doing it wrong. What you need to do is this. So you finish playing, you finish your gig, you finish rehearsing or whatever, you turn the standby like that, and you wait and you watch that little green light now. I hope you can see it on the camera. Can you see it's fading out and disappearing? When that light disappears, that is when you can turn the amp off. And all you could hear was a slight pop, a slight click. If I'd have turned the power off when that green light was still glowing, then you would have heard that bang, that pop, what you all complain about. So I hope that helps you guys with Peaveys that aren't aware of how this standby button works. I've used Peaveys for years, and I noticed this by accident. I used to do the same at rehearsal, turn it off. It used to bang and blow my head off, you know. So yeah, that's what it's all about. That is how to stop your Peavey banging and popping when you turn it off. So thank you very much for watching the video, guys. If you're new here, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel so you can see demos of tons of gear, whether it's cheap or expensive gear. I do it all. If you're going to buy any Sonic 8 gear, please go down in the description below and use that affiliate link. And like I say, it helps me demo stuff, because after a few months, you know, I build up pounds, and it is really pounds and pence. I build that up, and then I can buy a pedal that you guys request, like the Demon Effects one down there. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you all very soon.